Right, so is that working now or not? Okay, so I'm not quite sure if there is a problem or not with my sound. Yeah, I'm not quite sure whether there's a problem with my sound. I'll have to wait and see now if anybody actually comes in. Um, so I'll just have to wait and see if anybody joins. So apparently there was a problem with my sound, but that may have been a problem with OBS. I've restarted it, so let's see whether or not that works. So until somebody actually comes in and tells me that the sound is okay now, I can't really continue. That's a bit of a bummer, isn't it? Let's just see if anybody does arrive or not. Is that okay, Alexander, now? I think you're saying there that... Yeah, not bad, Stevie, not bad. I mean, this is my second attempt tonight. Apparently, as per usual, there was something wrong with the start of the stream. The sound was all weird. So if you can just give me a thumbs up that it sounds okay. I have found a little button here that lets me... It's like a little headphone button. So when the lads were saying I sounded like a chipmunk, much better. Right, that's weird. All I've done basically is restarted OBS. So who knew? But that's a pain because all of the intro that I did on the first one, I've deleted it off there now anyway. So it's not a thing. Right, okay. I mean, I've no idea what happened there. Absolutely no idea. Sounded like a chipmunk. There's no point in going through the intro again. That was all a waste of time. I wasted my breath with that one. Okay, let's just... so let's get back into this again. So I was just saying there that we'd started the season off quite well. We were doing okay. And then the wheels came off a little bit. I'm not quite sure what's going on there. That might just be a football manager thing. I'm not sure. We had a nice win in the FA Cup, fourth round against Spurs 3-2. We drew a blank the game afterwards, but that does put us in the fifth round of the FA Cup, and we will be playing Manchester City at our place. So that's quite nice. I don't expect to do anything in there, but you never know, do you really? You never know. Okay, let's jump in, I think, to playing a few games. When is this next game now? 29th of January. Okay, I've got a bit of button clicking to do. Okay, so how's everybody's week been then? It's been a very eventful week for me. Very eventful indeed. I've gained a brand new granddaughter. So very nice indeed. Man City, yes, they are. Yeah, yes, they are. Alexander. Well, I mean, I think they are. They're in WSL 1. In real life, they are very good. Last season, they won did they do the double or something like that? But I think they are a very good team. In fact, we can have a look, can't we? Let's have a look. Let's just have a look. Is it in here? England women's team. Oh, that's the wrong thing. Clubs. It's clubs, isn't it, in Europe? England Women's Super League. Manchester City. Okay, so we want so the third at the moment. United are top, Chelsea, and then City. So the third in the Premier League at the moment. So yeah. You're ready for bed already, are you? Oh, there's no hope, Johnny. No hope. Yeah, thanks, Stevie. Yeah, it was. It was. It was a bit of I didn't really say anything about it on Monday because she was born on Saturday, but there were a few complications, and it was a bit of an emotional time over the weekend. So yeah, I didn't say anything about it on Monday, but she's home now, and she's. I mean, grandkids are just, oh, kids are amazing, aren't they? Grandkids are. The thing with grandkids is you've got a lot more time when you're having your own kids and you're working and managing a house, and it's very hectic. But when you've retired and you've got grandkids, you've got a lot more time to spend with them and spend, kind of just marveling how brilliant they are. But yeah, fantastic. Good stuff. Right, let's just click a few buttons and let's get through. Right, okay. Let's just have a look at this key findings. Okay. So this is 2.7 goals per game. That's what, I mean, the polygon for the Lulitano save is getting better, but we're still struggling here. 2.7 for this one. So that's obviously a lot better. Yeah, so I mean, it was too warm last night. I couldn't do a live stream last night. It's too warm. It was too warm. But today it's cooled down an awful lot. I had the weirdest experience yesterday. So I live in a ground floor flat, and so in my living room I've got a top push out that's open all of the time, and then I've got a big side push out that opens, and I open that fully. When it's warm as it is, or it was, I have that open fully. So yesterday I was in the kitchen, and which is only just here. And I was washing a few pots and then I heard it sounded like something like a poster had fallen off the wall or something like that. But I didn't think too much of it. I thought, right, when I finish washing, I'll go and have a look. Anyway, I came in, nothing. So I went back, finished washing the pots, came in, sat down. And then the next thing I know, there was this like scuttling on the push out. And I looked, and my blinds were like closed but open, if you know what I have, vertical blinds. And I thought, what's going on there? Has a pigeon like flown into the window? So anyway, I got up quickly and I thought, I don't want a pigeon in here. But as I'm going to like pull the thing shut, all I could see was a big bushy tail, grey bushy tail. It's a bloody squirrel. A squirrel jumped up. And I'm wondering whether the first sound I heard was that it actually come in and then hop back out again. And the noise I heard was it going between the blinds, in and out. So I shut the window quick, and then I saw it scootling off over the back car park. So I could have had a bit of a trouble, a bit of a problem, having a bloody squirrel in my flat. Hi, Stuart, and I was doing here. Yeah, I did put a post up, Stuart. Unfortunately, with my post that I put up, nobody ever seems to see them. So I don't know whether that's a symptom, one of the symptoms of my channel. It just doesn't get recognised. I mean, obviously, YouTube are, they're interested in the 2.5 million subscriber people, aren't they? Because that's who they make the money off. They probably don't make they make very little money off me. So when I put a post up hoping to attract people in and do the hashtags and make it all look fancy, it's actually going out to nobody. So I don't know whether that's a YouTube thing or what. I'm not quite sure, but it is what it is. Who was that there? Eva Gray. Um, Hiya, Teen Ash. Yeah, not too bad, mate. Not too bad. Not too bad at all. So Leicester are back in for Polly again. We can reject that because I've given her a new contract, so she's not going anywhere. Jason, did you apply to test the game? I didn't, Jason. What's all that about? No, I didn't. Where do I go to do that? Because I would be very interested in doing that. I'm guessing you've got to sign an NDA. You saw the post, did you, Alexander? So some people have seen it. I know Stevie a few times has said, I didn't know you were coming on. But I usually put a message up there. So is this just like a base game, Jason, or is it the console version? Because I would be very interested in doing that. FM27 playtesting instead of the beta. Okay, and alpha version. It's on the FM website. Test the FM27 game and report issues. Tina was playing FM24 yesterday. Got really confused on how to set up my scouts, please. If you're talking about the console version, Teen Ash, then it's very, very limited on the console. I think it's all versions my mate applied for the console version. All right, I need to have a look at that. As per usual, I've got no scraps of paper at all, so I can write that down. I don't know whether I can manage to get my arm through here and get a piece of paper. I've actually managed it. Right. FM testing. Right, I'll definitely get onto that because I would be quite interested in doing that. Would be quite interested in doing it. Okay, Gilmore's injured now as well. Okay, 4 to 6 weeks. You're on the PC version. I don't play the PC version, Teen Ash. So I've not played FM26 on the PC. So so you're saying you're finding it difficult to set your scouts up in FM26. You were fine FM24. Okay, so Jason looks like he might be able to help you. I mean I've said it before. That's one of the big things I do miss playing the console version because the what's this? 20,000. Lowry James Evans. So that's a difficult one, that one. So we're right at the end of the January transfer window, aren't we here? I mean, I think I am going to reject that one. I think you can. Well, the last time on our FM24, Jason, you could actually send your own individual scouts to do scouting on their own in certain areas. So I don't know whether that's a thing. Unfortunately, I can't screenshot. They are. Look, see, Jason, you're a very kind man. What about that? What about that? Let me type in the dark. Right, okay. So we are playing the console version of Football Manager 2026, and I am managing Portsmouth Ladies, and we are just about to play Bristol City, who are one of those teams we always seem to struggle against. I didn't actually show the league, did I? So we are top at the moment then. 29 points, Sunderland second. Palace, who got relegated last season, are in third. And Bristol City, what have Bristol City been doing? Last 5 games, won 3, lost 2. All right, okay then. I kind of wondered whether that was what Teen Ash meant about, like, assigning individual scouts, but like I've said many times before, we all play the game in different ways, don't we? And it is one of those things, isn't it? It's right. Let's have a look here. What are we going to do? So I have to refresh my memory here because I've not played this for a week. So we're playing a tiki-taka, 4-2-3-1. Right. Okay. Okay. So at the back, we've got that grey, that's right, and then Dow, Hobson, Simpson, Kinsett, Rouse. Right, okay. Barry is a right winger. Gray is injured. So we've got Slater. Let's put Barry on the bench. That Williams has scored 4 goals. Let's bring her in instead of Rutherford. So we've got Homer, Jones, Gunning Williams, Barry, Burns goalkeeper, Hack central defence. And we've got Primer as well, haven't we? She's struggling to get in the team at the moment, isn't she? Because I think Brown is doing okay. 2 goals, 7 assists, 7.22. What other position can Primer play? That's a difficult one, that one. Okay, let's give that a save. Let's go into this game, see what we can do. Yeah, I meant assigning individual scouts. Yeah, it's a while since I've played the game. It sounds like you can do it, Teen Ash, but it's in FM24. It's a while since I played that, so the rule where I play FM, I have to scout the player. Oh right, 100%. Yeah, yeah. I mean, like I say, Alexander, we all play the game in a different way, don't we? And that's the beauty of it, isn't it? Really, that's the beauty of the game itself. Because I mean, I'm playing Avatar at the moment, and really, there's only one way to play it, isn't there? Okay, you can alter the difficulty, but actually, the game itself. I mean, I suppose you could use different weapons, maybe, but essentially there is only one way of playing it. Whereas Football Manager, there are lots of different ways of playing it, and that's the beauty of the game, isn't it? Really. And then your director of football signs a player, right? Okay, then. Right, come on, Kinzer. Let's have a ball in the box. No, we're just going to give it away, are we? Mind you, it's Bristol City, isn't it? So we probably expect some buffoonery in this game. I think until we get into the WSL 1, I don't think we're going to shake this Bristol City hoodoo off. And even then, we might not do. Okay, well, we're playing very safely at the moment. Owen now on this side. She cuts inside. Yeah, playing very safely at the moment. And Owen just gives the ball away as well. Bristol City coming forward now. So we've got 1 minute 30 seconds on the clock and we've given the ball away twice. And we've actually conceded as well. So it's Portsmouth 0, Bristol City 1. And the hoodoo carries on. Bristol City are a team we just have no success against at all. We'll give them a quick demand more. I don't know whether I'm going to stop using the shouts, to be honest, because I think I've got into a bit of a mentality with it and I use them all the time. But thinking about it, I don't know whether they ever make any difference. We're losing 2-0. Oh, my word. Oh, my word. I'm a bit lost for words. It's Bristol City again. What is going on here? Yeah, that what Jason said there. That rings. So you can still do that in FM26. It's no good me giving any advice because I don't know whether they've changed it all in the PC version. Right. Well, I think we can quite safely say that we ain't winning this game. I mean, Lulatano, we were winning a game 2-0 in that one against. They weren't a great team we were playing, and they came back and scored 3 goals. So we lost the game 3-2. So I mean, potentially that could happen here, couldn't it? It won't do, but potentially it could do. We need to go back here, girls. We need to go back. There we go. And if you want a goal, Polly's on the spot to tap it in. So we would have been winning 1-0 now if we hadn't given the ball away in the first few minutes. Bristol City, A-class bogey team. It's weird, Stuart. I don't know. Is this coded into the game that you can actually have bogey teams? I mean, if it is, that's quite clever. But yeah, very strange. I mean, I think we have to go attacking, don't we, as well? That's why Miles didn't want them in the game and was zero evidence they had any impact. But due to general outcries, they put it back. Well, here's a revolutionary idea then, Jason. Oh my Gordon Bennett, what is going on? Here's a revolutionary idea, Jason. Why don't they make them work? Because that would be great, wouldn't it? You know, we were all complaining when it first came out about the interacting with the game and feel immersed in the gameplay. That makes you feel immersed. If you can click demand more and you see an immediate response, then that's great. I think I'm just going to stop using them because I think I've got a bit like a robot with it. You know, if we're not doing well, demand more. But I don't know whether I've ever seen it work. That was the plan. Yeah, I mean, I know it's. I mean, I thought we were getting back in this game, but we're not now, are we? My goalkeeper's on a 5.9, so we're not getting back in this game. We may as well go very attacking, mate, mightn't we? And I'll give him a demand more. I need to stop using it. It makes no difference. So Bristol City are doing us again. And bearing in mind, we are top of WSL2 as well. So we have been doing extremely well. But we're playing at home here. We're on our own turf. And we've hit the crossbar now, which is generally, if you're playing badly in a game and you're getting beat, you will hit the post, you will hit the crossbar, you'll get goals disallowed, you'll miss penalties, and all of that kind of malarkey. It's always the keeper losing you games. I'm not saying it is, but she's on a 5.9, so all I'm doing is clicking buttons. We're very angry. Lucy Thomas, I did bring her in to be first choice keeper. With that, let's bring Burns on. There's no point in having a 5.82 goalkeeper on the pitch. We may as well just take her off. I don't think I've ever done that before. I don't think I've ever changed my goalkeeper at half time, other than for injury. That's bonkers. Okay, referee, come on. I know there's 45 minutes to go, but just blow your whistle. We've obviously lost this one, so there's not a lot I can do about that, is there really? Oh, I'm very interested with this testing to see whether or not I can have an early look at FM27. Mind you, to be honest, I'm not quite sure I've got the time to do that. Running 2 saves is it's not easy. Go on, whack it, Polly. Yeah, so Bristol City have scored 3 very, very easy goals there, and we've hit the crossbar twice. Now, that normally happens if you're a very unfancied team and you're playing against a team. Let's say you were playing, I don't know, let's say Aston Villa versus PSG or Barcelona. You would get that. So Aston Villa would be constantly hitting the post, hitting the crossbar, and my theory is that's the match engine's way of showing that you're not as good as the opposition. And Polly's through again. Polly doesn't miss chances. She's now had 2 chances there to put us 3-3. She's hit the crossbar with one, and then the other one the keeper saved. And I will reiterate, Bristol City have scored 3 very easy goals. Didn't hit the post, didn't hit the crossbar, wasn't offside. Right, come on, let's, can we, I am very tempted here. I'm very tempted to instant result this. I am instant resulting it because we're not winning that game. I've been here hundreds of times before, so... absolutely disgraceful display that, and so the match report there. Let me just get that up again. Bristol City profit from wasteful Pompey. Wasteful. So I've got Polly who scores goals for fun. I've got 2 great wingers. What's that all about? Capture cards. My word, I'm not. That only ever happens on live streams, believe me. Right, okay. What's the next game? Let's move off that one now. So once again, we're in a very, very bad run here, aren't we? Very, very bad run. Curse of the saving the game. Yeah, I know. Okay, we've got Plymouth, Sunderland, and then we play Manchester City. So when's the next game now? 6th of February. Let's just crack on, I think. This night's going to be full of buffoonery. Oh, there was an absolute cracker in Malulitano save that goes up on Monday. I think it's Monday's episode. There's an absolute corker in it. Everton are now in for Homer. Nope. Rest? No, I'm not. I'm not resting him, Alexander. No, I'm trying to just mix it up a little bit. Because the thing about the resting is, and I don't know how the AI works in the console version. So obviously my assistant manager does all of the training. So depending on how good the assistant manager is, depends on how good the training is. I'm assuming we don't see that, do we? So we can only assume what happens. The problem is if you put rest periods in, and again, I'm assuming this because we don't get to see it, but if you put rest periods in, they're not getting that training. So whatever training the assistant manager is trying to do if the AI is this clever, if the assistant manager is seeing things that are not good in the match engine, then he or she might be trying to put that right in the training. And when you're resting them, they're not getting that training. Now, I might be completely off there because in the console version, there might be no training or very little of it, and resting them doesn't really make any difference. I don't know. I'm not sure. The big problem for me is with this game is when you're winning, you don't change anything. You've got a big smile on your face. Nobody's giving you advice. There's no. When you start losing, then you're second guessing everything, and then people start saying, "Oh, you should do this or you should do that." And it's like, yeah, but 2 games ago I was winning every game and Polly was scoring a hat trick every game. So what's happened? It's I don't know. Leicester in for Premier now. We'll reject that one as well because I've given her a new contract. We're coming to the end of the transfer window here, aren't we? So it's quite nice in a way that we're getting offers for our players because that kind of means we have got some decent players. You sometimes rest. Yeah, I mean, Alexander, I rest a lot. I do a lot of resting. But I just thought in this particular instance, I'm going to mix it up and I'm not going to rest them. I mean, Stevie will tell you, I am the biggest tweaker on this earth. So even when we're on a winning run, I'll tweak things. So for me, that's a tweak. I would normally give them a rest here, but actually I'm not going to do it. That's a tweak. Let's see if that makes any difference to them. Because we're obviously on a bad run now. The game's decided that even though we're top of the league, we're going to be on a bad run. What's that done to the... okay, so Palace with a win in the last game. I've jumped into second now. Okay, so it is one automatic promotion. Oh, that's right, because Bristol City played Newcastle at the end of last season, didn't they? So that was WSL2 versus WSL1. And Newcastle won, so Bristol City stayed in this league. Right, okay. Our form has dropped off a cliff. It's quite interesting streaming on a Saturday night because I thought tonight would have been very busy. I thought there'd have been a lot more people in because that weekends generally are they're for like when the season starts. I'll generally go out with my daughters and watch the game there with my grandsons, and then we'll have a bit of tea. And so there's no time for live streaming on Saturday. And then Sundays might be a visiting day. I'll go and see my son or whatever and stay there for my tea. So weekends are never really a good time to live stream for me. So this is a bit of a first. I just thought, you know what? It'll be interesting just to see whether or not it's a good idea. Right, Homer, no. Mustaki, no. Homer again, no. Devlin. And Mustaki again, no. Homer again, no. Starkey, no. I mean, the Mustaki one is an interesting one because she is 32 and she's only a 2-star. But if I sell her, I have no backup on that left-hand side. Although Ferguson is left-footed, she could probably play there. Big game, Chelsea versus Manchester City. Should we just give that a save, just in case? Chelsea battered City. I wonder if that'll bode well for when we play them. Injury plague Gilmore. Who's that? Is that our? Staying put for now. Gilmore, is she one of our? Yeah, she is. Not ideal. We're getting there. I don't know how many times I've clicked this. Or it is a transfer window though, isn't it? So there's going to be a lot of clicks to get through the transfer window. Let's have a look in here. We're getting there. Plymouth away. Okay, so Plymouth have got 13 points and are 10th in the division. So this should be a winnable game, this one. But it depends which version of my team turns up. Right, okay. Let's bring Primer in for a game and see whether she can do a job. We've got Owen on the right there, haven't we? Yeah. Gray is the young kid we brought in from Arsenal. Right, let me just make sure we're not doing anything stupid here, are we? Williams, Kinzert, Rouse. No. Okay, let's give that a save. Let's see whether we can beat Plymouth Ladies. Portsmouth and Plymouth. That's got to be some kind of a derby, hasn't it? Portsmouth and Plymouth. Okay, what kind of performance are we going to put on here? Is my goalkeeper going to have a decent game or not? Primer down that left-hand side. Yeah, I've got a bit of a selection headache with that left-hand side because Brown is a very, very good player. I mean, Primer should be starting because she's our player. Now I've given her a new contract. So she should be starting. Brown really should be the backup, but she is a very good player, Brown. Corner. It's going to be short. Back to her. That's the one. Get it in the box. Nice. Very nice goal. Polly once again. Feel a bit sorry for Polly actually in that last game because she did score quite a decent goal. It was a tap in, but I mean, we got battered 3-1 in the end. So So what's that? I heard City are getting close to signing that Moroccan midfielder. I've no idea, Stuart. No idea. Do you know Portsmouth is 176 miles from Plymouth? You know, weirdly, Jason. So, no, I didn't. But as I was saying it, I'm thinking, hold on a minute. Plymouth, Portsmouth. The myths, aren't they? So, right, okay. So I think what we discovered there is it's not only Football Manager that can act the buffoon. It's the gaffer can act the buffoon as well. I was never very good at history and geography at school. But thanks for pointing that out, Jason. Oh, lovely backdrop. I'm loving the housing estate there and the trees. That's marvellous. That's one thing that they've definitely improved. What we're watching here, with this still the replay? Oh, come on. Get a life. They're taking replays back like 10 minutes, aren't they? Bonkers. Plymouth is nearer to France than Pompey. Oh, God. Look, see, Jason, I'm a football tactical genius. History and geography, no, not my speciality. Oh, God. Silly me. Silly me. Right, okay, 12 minutes on the clock. It's still only 1-0. So Plymouth have got all the time in the world here to come back. Ooh, easy. There we go. There's the equaliser. What's that? What about trees? I mean, the trees are beautiful, aren't they? You know, you've got to say that compared to FM24, the backdrops are beautiful, especially when you're playing at these small grounds and you get that all the trees and the greenery in the background and the houses. It looks really nice, doesn't it? Apart from the fact that we've just conceded a goal once again. So this team are kind of relegation threatened, Plymouth, but they are drawing 1-1 with it. But it's consistent with what the game has done to us, because we had a lovely little run that got us top. Now all of a sudden we are struggling to kick a ball straight. The number of times we gave the ball away in that Bristol City game was a joke. Right, come on, girls. Now, when we get near the goal, don't hit the frame of the goal. Nice finish. Polly once again. I mean, do we go cautious here? Do we just try and keep it a little bit tight now? Now we've gone 2-1 up. Corner. They like the short corner, don't they, the girls? Another corner. Oh, we didn't get to see that one. If you have just shown the live stream, we are playing the console version of Football Manager 2026, and I'm managing Portsmouth Ladies. Nice. Nice again. Oh, lovely ball. Oh, look at that. You see, weirdly, against Bristol City, that would have gone into the trees at the back of the stadium, wouldn't it, that? This time, we're playing Plymouth. And what a lovely ball from Primer, by the way. First time as well. Beautiful. Surprised there hasn't been interest in Polly. There has. I've knocked them all back, Stevie. Polly and Primer We've had offers for both of them. I think it was Leicester. Leicester were in for Polly. I think that was the end of the last stream, and then they switched to Primer in the tonight's stream. God, six God. Why does FM26 get so much hate? I think it's because, well, I don't think I know it's because when it came out, it was a car crash. And the big problem is a lot of people sent the game back and won't touch it again. So, and you know, even me who play a lot of the game and I have a live stream and a standalone save running, even I still remember all of that stuff. And it's difficult to forget it. So that's why. Yeah, PS Store. It will do though, you see. This is the problem. It's like anything, isn't it? It's a bit like so the analogy would be, you know, like when you get like a human being and the you know, the analogy is that you know, the first 10 seconds of meeting somebody, like first impressions mean a lot. So with the first 10 seconds of meeting somebody, you very quickly make your mind up whether you like them or not, and then that sticks. It's the same with FM26. Came out, was an absolute horror show. I mean, on the console, the controller didn't work. Well, it's on a console and it's a controller. Why does that not work? So it's one of them, isn't it? Doesn't for me really enjoyed it, but that's the thing, you see, Six God. That is the thing. The game has been fixed to an extent. It's still not perfect, but it's a lot better than it was. And unfortunately, Sports Interactive now are playing catch up because they got such bad reviews. I mean, like you just said there, on the PS Store, on Steam as well. I think on Steam there was a point where it was the worst rated game of like all time or something. And it's difficult to recover from that, isn't it? Really. I mean, I suppose, you know, it's like fair play to them. They did fix it to an extent, and they have recovered, and they're making FM27 as we speak. But it's a lot better now. It's a hell of a lot better. You know, if you watch any of my saves, my streams, then, you know, it's very rare that there are glitches. Couldn't get people saying, awful game. I played 600 hours. I hated the game. I wouldn't sit there for 600 hours. Yeah, I mean, you've got a point, Jason, but I suppose in their defense, you know, you've got to be balanced, you've got to give a game a fair amount of time, haven't you? Although 600 hours, I must admit, is quite excessive. Thomas is injured. It's 3-2 now. Thomas is injured. Let's bring Burns on. Okay, so we are suffering a little bit here with tiredness now. Right-sided. So we've got Barry to come on over that side. Simpson. We've got Mustaki if she's on the bench. She's not on the bench. I think she's injured. Thinking about it, I think she is injured. Wilding is. Can she play left-footed? She can. Right, Wilding can come on over that side, I think. What's that? 3 changes, 66. Okay. That's a lot of hours. Yeah, I think it's in some all cases it felt like jumping on a bandwagon. Saw people getting insulted for liking it. Yeah, I think you're right. I mean, Lelujo didn't he? Because Lelujo was a happy clapper at the beginning. It was like, I don't understand what people are complaining about. I'm really enjoying the game. And when clearly, you know, the game when it first came out, even PC was horrible. It wasn't a good game. But I don't think Lelujo wanted to upset Sports Interactive. So but he got a lot of stick for that, you know. So yeah, you are right, Jason. I have like 200 hours on FM24. I mean, you know, I do. Crystal Palace are winning, by the way, 3-0. They're second in the league at the moment. Yeah, I do. Whoa, I'm hold on a minute. Should have made some more changes. Right, let's bring Homer on for Primer. Drop her in there, and Jones can come on there. Yeah, Homer can. Yeah, we'll do that. We'll do that. That's fine. They're getting paid, but yeah, they won't be real. I mean, that's the criticism, isn't it? Really, that you're not really getting a balance. But to be fair, I mean, you know, like Jack, Zealand. I mean, most of the big players who were getting paid for it were quite scathing about the game. Oh, Polly. Jeez. But I mean, it's a lot better now. I mean, I had a piece of buffoonery in the Lalujo save that goes up on Monday. I had a piece of buffoonery in that that, you know, at this stage of the game shouldn't be happening. But you know what? It is what it is. It's a computer game, you know, and even Assassin's Creed Shadows crashed on me. So it can happen, can't it? Right, okay, let's give them a delighted for that. Not that I am, because we conceded 2 goals, and that's pretty shoddy, but it is what it is. Right, let's move it into the next game now. Okay, so Palace have stayed that 3 points behind us now. It's going to be very difficult with Crystal Palace in this league. We're playing Sunderland, by the way, as well. I think that's the next game up, isn't it? Yeah, we've got Sunderland away. That's the next game up now. That's going to be very difficult. And we play that on the 13th. Right, we are going to go for some rest time now because players got quite tired in that game very early on. And we'll give them 3 days, I think. Watch out for 2 to 3 months. Right. Send her there. Okay. So we're going to have to put Burns in goal. I mean, to be fair, she was a bit unlucky to... I wonder if they'll give us another keeper. Have I got a keeper in the reserves? Yes, I have. Let's move her to the senior squad. I think a lot of things removed I didn't use, so it didn't affect me and never got crashes. So there was loads of bugs. Yeah, I mean that's the other side of it, Jason. You know, I mean, for the 4th time tonight, you know, I'll say again, we all play the game in different ways. So there might be areas of the console version that still don't work, but I don't use them. So it's not really, you know, it's not really Polygot Player of the Week. Nice. Hiya, Zach. How are you doing, mate? Zach Herty Gaming. What games do you play then, Zach? Do you play Football Manager? I'm guessing you do. What other games do you play? Keep an eye on FC27. Right. Yeah, I'm hoping. My big wish for FM27 is they make it a bit more realistic. I think a lot of these things that happen in the game at the moment, and to be fair, they've been going on for years now. That are there so that the it's very computer gamey. That it's curveballs, levels of difficulty, it's bosses, that kind of thing. It's a computer game, so we have to put that spanner in the works there. No, you don't. It's a football management simulation, or at least it should be. And we know, you get bad injuries too, like a goalkeeper or a top player or whatever, but you don't get four on the bounce. You don't in a game. You don't hit the crossbar 6 times in a game. They need to tone all of that down. FM, right? Sorry, what FC shit. I don't think it is 6, God. I think it's quite a good game, but it's a bit monotonous, isn't it? I do like playing it. I must admit, I do like playing it. My grandsons play it all the time, but it's not. I don't. It's nothing like this game. It's nowhere near as in depth. So this game, you can get so involved in the transfers and the players, and there's so much stuff you can get involved in this game, which makes a massive difference, I think. You play FM, right? Okay. I mean, it's a very, very playable game, but there are things in it that still drive you absolutely potty, and you know that these things are not right, because when I'm doing a live stream and something happens in game, somebody will make the comment that, oh yeah, that happened to me yesterday, or here we go, football manager buffoonery again. So everybody knows, it's not just my opinion, everybody knows about these things that are happening that are not right. But personally, I don't think they'll ever fix them, because my opinion is that Sports Interactive are producing, essentially, they're producing a computer game that has to have bosses in it, like there is in all computer games. You have to have a boss to make it difficult. So that boss might be that you're winning a game 2-0 and you get 2 players sent off, and it's like, deal with that, and then you lose the game 3-2. That's a boss, in my opinion. It kind of needs changing, but it is what it is. Wants a new James Evans wants a new deal. Okay. I mean, personally, I think she's a very, very good player. She's not getting a lot of game time at the moment, and that's my fault, really. But let's give her a new contract. What's she on at the moment? 130 quid a week. She's still a hot prospect, so I don't think she's going to ask for too much money. Oh, she wants to triple it, 430 a week. Okay. Right, well, we'll take that out. Yearly wage rise 5%. And top division wage rise 5%. And how old are you? 19. Okay, young lady, you're on £130 a week. So, we can't go below 400. Really? I was going to offer 260. Okay. Hands are tied there then. No, 400. I mean, you've got a massive pay rise there. So just be bloody thankful. It's for kids. I suppose it is, really. Yeah, I suppose it is. I love FM. You know what, Six God? I do as well. It's a lifestyle for me. I play so much of this game. I play so much of it. I've recorded another Lulitano episode this morning, edited it, done the thumbnail, so that's all ready to go up Monday morning. I absolutely love this game, and that's why I throw my toys out of the pram a lot, because I want this game to be the best game, computer game, that I've ever played in my life. And it does fall down in a lot of areas. And I'm so passionate about it. I just wish they would fix these things so that I'm not chucking my toys out of the pram all the time and not tearing my hair out. That's why I've got none. But I'm kind of struggling in EFL League 2 scoring goals in FM26. Yeah, I've got the same problem with Lulatano, Zach. Same problem. It's a bit of a standing joke with Lulatano. They basically score one goal. If we manage to scrape it in defence, we'll get the 3 points. Usually we get equalised against, or we lose the game. But it's that one. It's finding strikers, isn't it? And sometimes it's a look at the draw. It's difficult. My team will have 23 shots, 12 on target, and can't score. And whoever I play against will have 3 shots, 3 on target, 3 goals. So I mean, if there is anybody in the live stream who are, and if you've not subscribed, could you subscribe to my channel, because it helps the channel to grow. Hit the notification bell, give the video a like, all of that kind of malarkey. But if anybody's watching and just sat there watching, that's absolutely fine. Just look what Zach has just said there. So he said, my team will have 23 shots and 12 on target and can't score. And whoever I play against will have 3 shots, 3 on target and 3 goals. So he's summed up Football Manager 2026 in one sentence there. Absolutely. And of course, the like Mr. Ed, who was around at the very beginning of all of this live stream, people like that would come back and say, yeah, but that happens in games. Of course it does. We know that. I support Manchester City. I've seen Manchester City batter teams and lose 1-0 to a breakaway. It happens. But not every other game. And like Zach is saying there, he's having a trouble scoring goals in EFL League 2. And that's ongoing. That's constant. So that will be constant. You'll have 23 shots in a game, 12 on target and not score any goals. The opposition will get a breakaway and score 1 goal. Or they'll have 2 shots and score 2 goals. And that happens time after time. And that is what is called, what I call, it's a boss. That's a right, we're going to put this in here and you've got to figure out how to get round this. So this is a boss. So you've got a great big monster in the middle of an arena and you've got to learn how to kite it, how to hit it from behind boulders, which hits to do, which spells to use, when to go and heal and jump out of the way of its stomps. We've all played computer games. That's a boss. This is Sports Interactive's way of putting a boss in the way. You're having 23 shots, 12 on target. You're not scoring goals. Figure it out. And that's what you've got to do. My big argument, I'll get off my soapbox in a minute. My big argument is with computer games, so you've got the big monster in the middle of the arena and you're kiting it and you can lose that 12 times. But you're allowed to restart it again and have another go because you figured out, hold on a minute, there's some healing potions over there that would just help me with that last little bit. I'm fit. Or if I jump behind this boulder, when he's coming in, I'll jump over there and get behind him and hit him from behind because he's weak from behind. 12 times, though, it might figure. You don't get that chance with Football Manager. That's why it can't be a computer game. Football Manager cannot be a computer game. It has to be a management simulation because we are not allowed to reload the game. That is cheating. I'll get off my soapbox now. If there is anybody in the live stream, we are playing the console version of Football Manager 2026. Obviously, I'm on my soapbox and I am managing Portsmouth Ladies. Let's just have a Zach, I love him. Sometimes it just pisses me off. We need more FM console YouTubers. But yeah, we do. We do six God. Yeah, definitely. Console definitely has the potential to be as detailed as PC. It has, but we've had this discussion before. Will they ever do that? Because they are basically making the game, we think, for the younger generation, and have the younger generation got the. So I've showed my 11-year-old grandsons. They're mad, they're potty about football, absolutely mad on football. They play FIFA every day. I've showed them Football Manager and they had a look at it. I think one of them downloaded the mobile version and he played it for about 15 minutes and gave up. It's too complicated for them. It's too complicated. So if you said, right, we're gonna have the console version, it's going to be exactly the same as the PC version, then maybe Sports Interactive would lose a lot of the console players, because with them being the young, I don't know. It's one of them, isn't it? The devs are just lazy. Well, I think I've just explained that, Six God. I don't think it's that they're lazy. I think they are producing the game for a different audience, and I think that's what it is. Not just FM26 being an issue for years. Absolutely, Jason. Absolutely. I fully agree with you. Yeah, absolutely. Lost 2 games on penalties as Marseille against PSG and City. Yeah, I mean, question would be what the XG in these games, as he may be shooting from long range. Too much chain and all across his work in the box to get better chances. I mean, yeah, I mean, I suppose. Well, that's the thing, isn't it? But I don't know. I mean, I have a lot of conspiracy theories in my head about Football Manager, and like I say, we all play the game a different way, don't we? I've said this a few times. Console users in general don't want to muck about for hours doing stuff. My mate moved to console as was quicker and stripped down. Console is more. Yeah, I mean, it is more than capable. It's a good game, Jason. I like it. I'm not knocking the console version. What I am knocking is its ability to be a management simulation instead of a computer game full of bosses, which you can't have. Because if there are bosses in a computer game, you are gonna die. There's no doubt about it. Everybody. I mean, I would say I don't think there's a person on the planet who's gone all the way through a computer game and not died at a boss at least once in a game. But you're allowed to reload it. You can't do that with this. That's my big argument. Right. Let me just get back on. So I've sent me youth team goalkeeper, haven't I? Come on, click work when I want you to. And that's it. Right, okay. When's this next game? I did put some rest period in there, didn't I? 13th. Yeah, I think I did, didn't I? I put like 3 days in Sunderland away. It's definitely better than mobile. I've never played the mobile version. There was a lad came in on Monday and said something about the PlayStation Portal. PlayStation Portal. I had to research that afterwards. I didn't even know what that was. That said, the console should have registration and FFP rules, and none of to make opposition teams or. Well, again, I can't disagree with you, Jason. FM26 console is miles better than FM24 console. I mean, again, I can't disagree with you. It is a lot better. There's no doubt about it. I think the unknown and interesting thing about the console version is what are future games going to be like? Are they going to give me what I want? I.e., I want more control over my staff. I don't just want one chief scout. I want a chief scout, and depending on the level of my team, I want 2, 3, 4, 6 scouts under him. That I can send out to different parts of the country and do my scouting properly, instead of it just being a one-click fixes all. But it is going to be very interesting what they do with it. And if it is as we think, and they are building the console version for the kids, then they're probably not going to do that, because, like Jason's just said there, the big issue with that is the more complex it gets, the more the young kids are going to come in and say, well, I don't want to do any. I just want to click a button and do some scouting, and then I can get on with other things. They've not really got the patience for it, have they? So it is going to be very interesting. But I must, when tomorrow I'll have a look at that. I'll have a look at this testing for FM27, see if I can get myself registered for it. I suppose it depends really when it was issued, that, because I've not seen anything. Well, to be fair, I'm not really on the FM website an awful lot, so it has better graphics and animations, but that alone doesn't make it a better game. Yeah, you're right, Six God. You are definitely right. There's no doubt about it. It helps. It definitely helps. It helps in the overall look of the game, and the kind of immersion to a point. But then there have been a lot of complaints. So Bristol City have just battered Watford 4-2. Watford are 11th. So everybody around us now are winning games, and winning games well, scoring goals. Oh, they've got a player called Poppy Pritchard. Right, let's get into this game. Sunderland away. Sunderland away. Okay, I think it's the same thing again. Okay, Burns is going to be unhappy because she's not been playing. I feel a bit sorry for her, really. 30 years old, 5'8". I think that was the problem. She was a bit short to be a goalkeeper. Right, okay, so we're gonna have to bring that 16-year-old. That can't go wrong, can it? Right, okay, let's bring James Evans and put her on the bench then. Who can we bring her on for? Let's bring her on for Jones, I think. Let's do that. Rutherford needs a game. But we really could do with Williams on the bench as well. Homer and Evans. See, both of those can play centre defence, so I wonder if we bring Williams in place of Hack. Let's do that. Find FM24 interface was horrible, clunky, and there was an annoying drift on the cursor. Yeah, I did notice that, Jason. Yeah, that drift was really annoying. PS Store rating is much better for FM24. Yeah, but it will be 6, God, because if you think about it logically, so FM24 was the best Football Manager game that Sports Interactive had ever produced, because they worked on it for years, but on that old engine. Now we're starting a brand new era. FM26 now is on a brand new engine. The possibilities are endless now. You know, if they go the right direction and test the game properly before they put it out, the possibilities are endless for FM. But the PS Store rating for FM24 is always going to be much better, because FM24 was, I'm not saying it was the best Football Manager ever, but it was the most complete version of it that Sports Interactive had worked on. So it was always going to be. Steam as well, yeah, exactly. But it's always going to be. Always going to be. Right, let's... I'm just wondering whether Williams 4 goals, Rutherford. I didn't see Rutherford has got 5 goals, 9 assists, 7.12. No, we'll play Rutherford there. Right, let's see if we can get a result out of Sunderland. This is quite an important game, really, because we could lose top spot with this, with a loss in this game. But we are going to need that switch to be flicked back the other way. At the moment, the switch has been flicked, so we're giving the ball away a lot. Chances are not going in. They missed the 25 version, only for 26 to be a letdown. That's not too good. Well, yeah, but I mean, 25, from what I can gather, 25 was available, but it was a car crash. So they missed out on it altogether. And we've had this discussion loads of times on this channel. And, you know, by the time FM30 comes out, I'm sure there will be, you know, we'll have a giggle, won't we? You know, it'll be like, oh, do you remember when FM26 came out and it was an absolute car crash? But we'll be more jokey about it then. If FM30 is a more well-rounded, more well-adjusted game, then we won't be bothered, will we, about this little period? It was always going to be like this. You know, you can't transport a game like this off one engine and put it onto a brand new engine. I watched all of the developers' interviews, and the people who were sent to Sports Interactive from the new engine, the developers of the engine. I watched all of the developers' things on that, and that's going in, isn't it? Oh. And it's fascinating, absolutely fascinating. And, you know, as non-developers, we have no idea what it goes into developing a game, do we? No, I'm not going to do shouts now. I've given up. I hope we'll be alive in 2030. FM05 was the same to lesser extent, and FM09, first 3D match engine, had troubles. It's going to do, though, isn't it? It stands to sense. You know, you might have the best development team on the planet, but, you know, porting a complete game onto a brand new engine. Like I say, I watched the developers' interviews, and it brings it into perspective. We are losing 1-0, by the way. But before a massive improvement, FM27, never mind FM30. Yeah, that wasn't the point, Stevie, though. What I was saying was that, you know, by the time we get to FM30, we'll have had 4 versions of this brand new game, won't we? And by that time, you would have expected them to have got it very near to perfect. I mean, obviously, we all want FM27 to be perfect. I still don't think it will be. I still think there are going to be bits and pieces of bugs in there. Well, everybody does, don't they, Six God? You know, sleepy defending. Yeah, I know. We're going to have to be angry, girls. It's not good because we're losing another game here, and all the good work that we did at the beginning of the season is now getting undone. We have to finish top 2, and even if we finish second, we've got a playoff game against WSL1 team, and my track record in playoffs is not that great, really. Okay, we've got a throw. Can we get an equaliser here? Because I mean, we desperately need it. Give it to Polly. Give it to Polly. I've learnt not to expect too much and take it as it is. Yeah, unfortunately, Jason. The expectations were through the roof. I think you're right there, Jason. Yeah, I think expectations were through the roof. But I don't know. That there are arguments for and against the whole thing, aren't there? And I don't know whether there are any right or wrong answers. I mean, not being a coder of games, I don't know how difficult it is. I don't know the problems that they had. So it's difficult for me to comment, although we all did. But then, you will get other people who are equally right. They're paying a lot of money for the game and it should be right. And it wasn't. So, get your money back. And right, let's bring Brown on. Barry and Wilding. And I'm going to take Rouse off and go 2 up top. Rutherford 6.17. I very nearly didn't play her as well. Right, let's make her the playmaker. What does Gunning like to play? Right-footed, channel forward. Channel forward. Right, Gunning up there. Williams, Kinzet. Okay, in possession. Right, okay. Tempo is lower, passing direction much shorter. Right, let's go more direct and let's up the tempo. Let's go higher. Let's try and get the ball forward a little bit quicker. Agree with the expectation kills happiness. The game will get better year on year, I've no doubt, but it can't be coming out in the state it did at the start of FM26. I don't think it will, Stevie. I've got the confidence. I think, although as Jason pointed out before about previous versions when there were big changes, but I think that was the big problem, wasn't it? It was switching it to that brand new engine. I mean, the possibilities for the game are endless now on this new engine, and you've just got to get it right, haven't they? Video Kill the Radio Star. Great record, that. I love that record. One thing is for sure, FM, LOB, cheers FC. We should be proud we chose to play FM and not FC. I mean, it's all a matter of opinion, isn't it? Really. Right, I think after this game, if we lose this game, I think I might need to start tinkering because things have gone very badly here. See, I quite like FC. They've got a penalty as well. I quite like FC. I have played it from time to time, but it's nowhere near as in depth as this. I think asking for FM20 testers is a sign that they don't want the same mistake. Yeah, could be. I will have a look at all of that tomorrow. I'll see if I can put myself forward for it as to be a tester for it and see whether see what they say. Okay, I think we need a change here. I think we need a change. We're getting absolutely battered here now. I mean, maybe it was a very tough challenge, this Portsmouth Ladies. Maybe the challenge is just a bit too far. You know, maybe we shouldn't be top of WSL2. I mean, I don't really know why I'm making any changes because you can't make any more. Oh, have I made them all? Bloody hell. Okay, don't shout at me. FM 2009 is way more detailed than FC. Mr. Teeny bought out a new skin. It's lovely, right? Okay. FC is a toxic game. Why is it toxic then, Six Scotty? Yeah, you're getting a bit extreme about it. I don't think it's that bad. I mean, I think it's quite a decent game. My grandsons play it and they absolutely love it. I play solo FC and I hate when he asked me to play it with him. Just reminds me when I stopped playing it in the first place. Oh, God. I used to love playing it with my son. I mean, it's years ago now, but we used to play on the same team. And I mean, obviously, he was a lot younger then. So it was the case of, Dad, pass to me, like the young kids do. I'm feeling a bit sorry here for Polly and Primer. You know, the Mia Owen. They are very, very good players. They don't deserve to be getting battered 4-0. This is atrocious. FIFA 96 was the best. Right. Okay, goalkeeper's on a 5.8 again. So things are going very, very badly now. Okay, so we've lost top spot now. So this is now where I have to start working mega hard now, trying to figure out what is going wrong here. EA Sports is the worst. So we're already playing a tiki-taka. Vertical tiki-taka, don't really like. And control possession. They are legal scammers. Okay. This is where on PC you speak to the keeper and say improve or you're dropped. We need praise training option on console. Yeah, maybe not the style, just tweak the roles. I mean, to be honest, the other option, I don't really want to go Gegenpress again. I can't do Gegenpress again. I just can't. More direct. More direct in this tiki-taka, you mean? Maybe invert the full-backs so midfield is packed as you have wingers. Hiya, Cameron. How are you doing, mate? I think you put up a good show against PSG, didn't you? Or hoof it, as Mike would say. Oh, God. Box to box to see him as both sit there. Yeah, not too bad, Cameron. Not too bad. Looking forward to the new Premier League season starting. I can't wait, particularly with my team, because we're a very unknown quantity now. Under Pep Guardiola, we knew exactly how we were going to play every game, and you know, there were trophies mixed in there as well. Now I haven't. No City fans have got a clue. Yeah, no. I to be honest, I've not watched any of the highlights, Cameron, but I have. I have heard a lot about him. I'll take the loss on the chin and see if it improves. Yeah. What was the first team I played as? What, ever? In FM26, it was Southport. I started with Southport on my standalone save. I mean, maybe the tempo is a bit low. Let's up the tempo, and let's go more direct with the passing. Attacking width standard, but we are playing with wingers, aren't we? So let's stretch the pitch a little bit. Ever. I can't remember, mate. I can't remember who it was. I mean, whoever it was, it didn't work because, you know, the regular lads in here will get sick and tired of me repeating myself. But when I first bought Football Manager, I put it in the bin 3 times because I just couldn't play it. I'd watched Lelujo playing it and I thought, I'm going to have a go at that because I'm addicted to football. It looks great. I couldn't play it, put it in the bin, went to bed, had a think about it and thought, maybe if I did that. So I fished it out of the bin, put it back in again, played it again, still couldn't play it, went back in the bin. I did that about 3 times and then eventually you start to get how the game plays, the mindset of the game. So whoever I started with, it didn't go well. You see, I don't think this is helping us, to be honest. I don't mind a high line, but that defensive line being high. Let's drop that back down to standard. Right, which one of these two? 15 for stamina. Right, okay. So she obviously can be, yeah, she can be a bot. The problem is she drops half a star, but whoa, what's going on here? Steady on. What's Rouse's stamina like? She's the 15th stamina as well. Right, let's make Kinzer. Hold on a minute, we're in the wrong thing here, aren't we? Let's make Kinzer a box to box then. Let's just change one or two things. Let's try and get people a bit further forward. For me, it was Stow Bucharest. Good choice. Was Man United on Championship in '93. Anderson Robson. Oh, I mean, I played Championship Manager. Not a lot because I couldn't play it. That went in the bin as well. Zealand he's American, I know. Yeah, Zealand. He's very successful at what he does, isn't he? He's to be successful on YouTube, you have to be a bit of a showman or showwoman, and she's definitely that. He's definitely that. It don't get any easier. It's City next. He's charisma. Yeah, yeah. If you have joined the live stream, we are playing the console version of Football Manager 2026, and I'm managing Portsmouth Ladies. Oh, shouldn't he signed a 1-year deal, that James Evans then? I didn't notice it was only 1 year. Portsmouth versus Durham postponements. Should be against Durham on. We have 6 players away on international duty. Yeah, let's postpone it. When's the international break then? When's the international break? Can't be. Oh, so you're telling me there's an international on, or there's internationals on, while we're actually playing? I mean, this international thing just gets worse and worse. I think the game's doing it to just wind me up because it knows I hate them. If there is anybody in the stream who's not subscribed to my channel, then I'd be grateful if you would. It helps the channel to grow, and that's what I'm all about, trying to get the channel to grow. Hit the notification bell, give me a like, all of that kind of malarkey. All helps these magical algorithms that YouTube seems to thrive on. Do you prefer double intensity training? Seen different opinions on it. You don't really get that option in the console version. You can actually do double intensity on individual training. I mean, when I played the PC version, you've got to be a bit careful with it because obviously double intensity training can injure your players and tire them out. So you've got to be a bit careful with it. Okay, Manchester City are rolling into town. Let's have a look what we can do with this one. Now then, what do we do here? I think I might bring Brown in for this game. What can... It won't let me click on her. Oh, my goalkeeper's still injured. You can set it on console as well. Can you? Right, okay then. I mean, I don't do my own training, so I didn't think you could, but if you can, then fair play. Right, I think we're gonna. Well, I've made some tweaks. I don't know whether this is the best game to judge it in because we're not gonna beat Manchester City ladies, are we? Packed house have we got? We should have. Should be good for a bit of dosh, this, shouldn't it? You do it just for Wonder Kid development. Oh, look at Lucy Brown go. As well, 25, I just set it to normal. Hoof. Go on. Lucy Brown's on fire. What was that? What was that? They scored, have they? My daughter and my granddaughter have gone on holiday to Tunisia, so she's just sent a video through. My granddaughter used to dance, so she's well in with the you know, like the evening entertainment dances. Okay, I mean, do it? Well, let's give them demand more. It's not going to make much difference, I don't think. It's a shame we can't really judge it off this game because we were always going to get beat against City, weren't we? I mean, I don't know about you lads in the chat. I mean, I've said this before as well, but one of the things that does happen in real life football is you get giant killings. All the time I've ever been playing Football Manager, I've never, ever, ever had a giant killing. Never. Not a one single team do a giant killing. Okay, moving into half time. I suppose we're lucky to be only 1-0 down. It's going to be 2 just before half time. Yes, it is. My word, is it frustrating when you can read a game like a book? Okay, 2-0. I mean, let's just encourage him. What team do I support in real life? I support Manchester City. I've supported Manchester City for about 65 years now. Crossbar. Are a citizen. Yep. Yep. Oh, I don't really know where. City do have something. I like that. The music. Some of the music that they play is so old-fashioned. It's ridiculous. And Citizens. It's like, for God's sake, can we not come up with a new nickname? Oh, you support Steaua Bucharest, right? Okay. Statistics indicate that we're well in control of the game and performing really well. We're getting battered 3-0. Right, let's make the usual changes. Simpson left back. Just put Hobson over there. Since you were 8 years old, right? Champions League final in 87, didn't they? Yeah. Well, we're getting absolutely tonked here. And let's just drop to a cautious mentality. Try and stop any more going in. My goalkeeper's on a 5.9 again. So that's 3 games on the trot now. My goalkeeper's been on a 5.8, 5.9. Hey, we've got one back. That's one to tell the grandchildren. James Evans. And let's just bring Williams in there. It doesn't really matter, to be honest. Sold. Oh God. It's I mean all year I wanted to play a ladies save because I just wanted to see what the dynamic was, and there are some big differences. I mean, trying to find a goalkeeper that's 6 foot is virtually impossible. There's one or two about, but they're not very good. And of course, as we saw early on with the save, all you've got to do is put the ball in the top corner and they just can't get to it. Or put them, I mean, even like that shot there, her arms are not long enough to tip that away. So you just put it to wide of the goalkeeper, you're going to score a goal. The centre backs are the same. It's difficult to try and find a 6 foot centre back. But the goal sizes are the same. We're playing 90 minutes of football. Everything's the same, and yet, we've got this height problem. So absolutely smashed there. I'm sorry, girl. I'm gonna have to be angry about that. I mean, Jackie Burns. I'm on the point of putting the 16-year-old in goal because that is absolutely atrocious. Or do you do another one? Would I do another women's save, Stevie? Is that what you mean? Right. Okay, so we've all played 14 games now. Yeah. You know what, Stevie? I think I would actually, because it's a different dynamic. It's a different way of looking at the game. So I think I would, yeah. I definitely think I would. But you know me, I always, well, not always, but I tend to try and go for difficult saves. And I mean, as we're seeing here now, this is you're reverting to type, isn't it? We're not playing well now. I mean, we just conceded 9 goals in fact, what? 9, 11. Hold on a minute, let's go back here. So in the last 4 games, we've conceded 9, 10, 11. We've conceded 14 goals in the last 4 games. So, right, the next game is on the... Oh, this is where the international break is. February 5th of March. Right, okay then. Oh, that's right, because we... right, we moved the Durham game, didn't we? Which doesn't really seem to have made much difference, does it? Right, okay. Youthful Portsmouth come unstuck. You can say that again. So I'm going to have to terminate your contract. If only you could do. Key findings. Shall we have a look at that and have a chuckle? Does this mean anything then? We've just got absolutely battered. And we're on a terrible, terrible run at the moment. And yet we're performing much better than average in every department. Does that make any difference then? Am I just looking at that and reading things that are just not there? You can, but in some way, pay the player a certain amount of money. Yeah, I mean, that's another minor thing that needs fixing as well. I never ever asked for a player's mutual termination and that be accepted, other than they want a huge payoff most of the time. And yet, in Malulitano save, a player came to me and asked for a mutual termination. I don't know. Rutherford's injured. Right, well, we've got bottom of the league, Watford, when we come back after the international break. Bottom of the league, Watford. So, I have many times. Right, okay then. Debutant determined to stay in the England team. So Lola Brown, who is on loan with us, so she had a Brown gets her first goal. So that should give her a little bit of a lift, shouldn't it? I want to get rid of Obiang. Yeah, depends who it is and what money is in the bank, I think. Okay, so Watford have just got beat by Sunderland 2-0. So Sunderland have gone level points with us now. In fact, it's level points at the top. 32 points. Palace, Portsmouth, Sunderland. Hiya, Daniel, mate. How are you doing? Let's give it a save. You never know. If you have just joined the live stream, we are playing the console version of Football Manager 2026. And for the first time in FM26, I'm managing a ladies team. And it's Portsmouth Ladies. And it is quite a challenge. There's no doubt about that. Yeah, not too bad, Daniel. Not too bad. Looking forward to what we got. So the well, I kind of for my grandsons, the season ended, and then the coach went away on holiday. And he said, "Right, that's it. You know, we're going away for 2 weeks now." But he's actually put a game in for tomorrow now, so we are playing in the morning. So I'll be up early to get set up with the cameras and everything for that one. I mean, one thing that is just worth looking at, and I'm not quite sure why this happens, and this is the reason why we were top. So we started the season, and look at this run here. I mean, we even beat Sunderland. You know, we just got battered by Sunderland, but we even beat them 3-0. We won on penalties against Brighton in the League Cup. And we were doing really, really, really well. And then all of a sudden, I always say it, that switch got flicked, and now all of a sudden we can't kick a ball straight. I have no idea what's happened. I mean, Primer, Polly, and Owen up front should be a great front three, but it's just gone pear shaped. When you get to the Premier League, I don't know whether I am going to do Six God. I don't know whether this Portsmouth team is because the game's obviously trying to tell me something. And maybe it's telling me that this Portsmouth team is relegation fodder every season, and we are in an unrealistic position at the moment. Maybe that's what it's trying to tell me. I don't know. But so waking up early is gutting. Got the feeling you don't want to get out of bed. Yeah, that's my feeling every day, Daniel. I never want to get out of bed. I used to be a baker. I was a baker for years, so I'm used to getting up at I used to be and getting up at 3, 4 o'clock in the early hours. But since I retired, I try and stay in bed as long as I can. But obviously with the football, I have to get up early to set all my cameras up and get sorted out, ready to film the game. One of my grandsons should be in goal tomorrow because he's the backup goalkeeper. So the goalkeeper is away on holiday, our regular goalkeeper. Prim is injured, 5 to 11 days. Great. Baking desserts or bread or just pastries in general. Everything, Daniel. Everything. I used to get in the bakery for about 4 o'clock. And then the usual thing was you do all your weighing up the night before or the day before, not the night before. So you just go in, get the mixers going, get your yeast mix going, put that in, and then it would all be the bread and morning goods first, and then get all the cream cakes done for the shop opening, and then I'd be into making savoury pies and all of the pastries and whatever. I loved it. If I was younger, I'd still be doing that now, but I wouldn't do it the same way. If I was younger, with the knowledge I've got now, I would have a coffee shop. I'd have a coffee shop with one of those big fancy machines, and I'd make all my own fruit pies and gateaux. Wouldn't bother with the bread. There's not a lot of money in bread, and for the amount of work you put in, it's just a bit bonkers. So 5 and 9. Right, let's bring Williams in instead there. Right, okay, so we're playing slightly different here now against a team who are very nearly bottom, or Prim is injured, so we can't. Let's put Mustaki on there. Right, okay. Just Simpson. I haven't actually got her written down on my squad planner. Why is that? Must have signed her at the last minute. Okay, let's give that a save and let's see whether we can beat a team of no hopers in Watford. I have no friends who play at FM. All right. Right, okay. Hold on a minute. Let's bring Hobson in there. Yeah. What was my favourite thing to make? I used to like the complicated stuff. Like croissants and it depends where in the world you're from, but we used to make like a puff pastry. It was like in a heart shape, and then when they were baked off, used to put jam in and then fresh cream, and then You used to like do it like that, like a mouth, basically. I used to like making anything a bit I used to do all my own birthday cakes as well. I used to love that. We had a machine that it was a top down projector, and we had like a big box full of cards. So somebody would come in and say, "I want a birthday cake making for my 5-year-old son or my 21-year-old daughter or whatever," and we'd say, like, "Would you want a picture on it?" And then they could go through this box, and there'd be loads of like funny pictures and cartoons and all sorts. But basically, it was slides, put them in this thing, beam it down on the top, and then you just make some water icing, and then go around the outside, and then you'd fill it in with colours and shade it. Used to do some really nice cakes, really nice cakes. But I used to finish about midday. I used to do about 8 hours, finish about midday, go home, have a kip, and then if I had any birthday cakes to make, I would go back um, about 4 o'clock ish, and then make those for the day after. But yeah, we used to make we made everything there. It was I really enjoyed it. Hmm. Okay, Jason. Yeah, thanks for coming in, mate. Yeah, I should be back on Monday. Yeah, I don't think this warm weather's due to return though. So, tough game against Watford. It shouldn't be. Did you make exceedingly good cakes? I did, Jason. Yeah, Gobby Kipling. Yeah, I did make exceedingly good cakes. The bakery trade's fantastic, you know. I mean, I'm not a trained baker. I got taught by a master baker, and he just wrote down all of his recipes. And then, because I've had, how many bakers I've had now? One, two, I've had three bakeries, um, of all different shapes and sizes. But absolutely loved it. There's nothing like getting in the bakery at 4 o'clock in the morning, and you're starting off with a bag of flour, a bag of sugar, and a bit of fat. And by lunchtime, you've got people queuing out of the door for your stuff. Um, and we were a sandwich shop as well, and we had one or two catering contracts, which was quite nice. But yeah, I loved it. But my the granddaughter who's away on holiday at the moment, she's very good at making cakes and stuff. She's kind of followed in my footsteps. She's only 15, but my advice to her is, if she gets some experience under her belt, and if she wants to go out on her own, don't have a normal bakery, have a coffee shop, and make all your own gatos and pies and whatever. Finish for 12 sounds like my kind of job. Yeah, but I did have to get up at 3:30, Stevie. So it wasn't all master baker, you say. Yes, I was a master baker. There's a joke in there somewhere. While we were there, somebody actually, one of the locals who used to come in, he was a very good cartoon drawer, and he drew a cartoon thing of the front of the shop with me stood outside and the sign above the shop. You can imagine what it said, but yeah, that was quite. I've still got that actually. That was quite funny. Wasn't Watford supposed to be a competitive team? Um, yeah, they're next to the bottom, aren't they? They're one of the worst teams in the league, but we are only beating them 1-0, so. Yes, the bread man delivered to us. Yeah, I mean it's. I mean, I've had a lot of businesses in my life. I mean, I used to have a mobile uh, video rental business. Loved that as well. That was fantastic. But I had a business delivering coffee beans and herbal teas and specialist honeys. I did that as well. That was wholesale delivering. I mean, I'm pleased, but you know what? This is Watford, so not great, is it really? Can we put up a bit of a better showing here? It's Watford. Everybody's tonking Watford. So why are we not tonking them? You can't beat the smell, though, can you, of a bakery, of a bread shop? You just can't beat it. I've got a feeling here Watford are going to equalise and come away with a point. I've got a sneaking feeling that's what's going to happen. It's still only 1-0. Hey, it's 2. And Polly gets her goal. I don't know what we do without her, to be quite honest. Because there's not many other players score goals for us, is there? You can't beat freshly made bread, though, can you? The only problem is, as a baker, and I mean, I have, I mean, since I was very young, I've had a, you know, I've had a, well, I've still got a sweet tooth, but I have a love of cream cake. So you can imagine in a bakery every day, you know, you'll have a sandwich for your dinner, and then it's, you know, it's a cream cake afterwards, which is not great for your health. Right, we're winning 2-0. Is it about time to make some changes? I think it is actually. Played Simpson on a yellow card there. To be careful with that one. Ball over the top. Polly's onto this one. She's in again. Is she going to finish it? Yes, she does. And you can always guarantee. So it is 3-0 now. It's looking a little bit more like a scoreline that it should be against lowly Watford. Right, let's make some changes. So I can't bring Primer on. So she can play. What footed is she? Right footed. She can play. She's right footed as well. Right, let's bring her on. Barry can do the usual on the right hand side, and both fullbacks need changing. So Mustaki could come on there, and Wilding there. And we'll bring James Evans on. She needs to get a bit more football now because I've given her a new contract. So we'll stick her in there. Well, this should be 3 points now. This time their goalkeeper's on a 5.9. It looks like if you concede more than 2 goals, you're on. Well, that's a penalty. That you're on a 5.9. Who's taking this? Primer only takes them, so I think it's Primer. Is Polly going to take it? Polly is taking it. And it's in the back of that. Is that a hat trick for Polly? It is indeed a hat trick for Polly. Now goalkeeper's dropped to a 5.8 now. In fact, they've got 3 players on ratings of less than 6. How come you play with the women? Well, obviously in FM26, women's football was brought into the game for the first time. And I did say from the very first night that that I live streamed that I would like to manage a women's team. It wasn't, you know, it wasn't like a top priority, but I just wanted to do it out of a bit of curiosity, see what the dynamic was like. and I've managed loads of teams in FM26, but I just thought in the live stream it was time to maybe give it a go and see what it was like. And it has been a different dynamic. It's been very interesting. I'm basically just filling in time now till FM27 comes out, because when FM27 comes out, I will be doing a live stream that night. If it's anything like when FM26 came out, I had about 2,500 views that night, and it was a little bit bonkers. Okay, I think we've got Ipswich coming up as well, aren't we? They're in third from the bottom. Let's have a quick look. Durham, hashtag, and Ipswich, 12 to 7 days. I am going to start giving my team a little bit of rest, though. Where am I here? Whoops, wrong one. Right, what's... Oh, eventually. We'll give them 3 days, actually. A bit late, but I think one should either have a passion for the job or have an income from it. If not, well, what's the point of doing it? Are you talking about baking there, Daniel? I mean, I have a great passion for baking, but I've done a lot of things in my life. I've owned a vending business. I've been a baker. The last job that I had was I was a mobile computer repair technician. And then I've had a lot of shops down the years, news agents, off licenses. Got very big into the video rental industry when that was out. Right, let's continue. Classic Polly on form for Portsmouth. We need to get her into the first division, don't we? A lot from what, the bakery business? Not particularly. No, not really. I've never really had any jobs that I've made a lot of money. I mean, a lot of people think, you're self-employed, you make an absolute fortune. You don't really. I mean, like the computer industry, the computer repair industry was a good one. You kind of think there'd be a lot of money in that, but there's not, because I did that for years, and the reality of the situation is, it's like, if you get a hole in your roof and a roofer comes out and says that's going to cost you £2,000 to fix, and you take a sharp intake of breath, and you're like, oh my God, when am I going to get? But you've got to find it, because you've got to fix your hole in your roof. If your laptop has got a virus on it, or it won't boot up anymore, or whatever, how much money are you going to pay to have that fixed? In my experience, not a lot. So making a fortune by doing what? Yeah, I've never made a fortune. I mean, I don't. I could be monetized with this, but I don't want to be. I've no intention of being monetized. At least on a spiritual level. Gordon Bennett, we're going a bit deep there. Okay, Wilding is injured now. I've only just started playing her again. 1 to 3 days. I would give it a save recently. Right. I don't want to be on too long, because I've got to be up early in the morning for football. I'm hoping it's not going to rain tomorrow. But then again, if it did rain tomorrow, that would be bloody typical because it's not rained for bloody weeks, has it? The new camera that we've got, which is amazing. It's one of these cameras that basically it has two cameras in it. One tracks the ball and the other one films the action. So I just sit in a chair, work it off an iPad, and it's basically moving all of the time. It's amazing. But I've not tested it in rain yet, so I don't know how it's gonna do in rain. Right, okay. So Wilding is injured now. Right, Ellie Hack is actually quite a decent player, isn't she? So she could cover on that right-hand side, couldn't she? For Wilding. Because we've got Hobson in there at the moment. If I put Hack there, she's actually a better player there, you know. Hmm. Okay, just I'm going to flirt through different players there. I think we'll go with that, actually. Hope your channel will explode. Yeah, I don't think it will do, Six God. I don't think it will explode. I'm quite resigned to the fact now that it'll grow, but it's going to be very, very slow. I don't think I've got the right profile, really. I mean, we've spoken about this before, but if I was a young whippersnapper with a baseball cap on the wrong way around and gold chains round my neck, I probably would have, I don't know, 10,000 subscribers by now. I think the fact that I'm an old chap and, you know, it's, I mean, I do my best, you know, and I enjoy doing it. I suppose that's the main thing, isn't it, really? Right. I'm subscribed. Remember when I get to 100,000? I wish. 100,000 subs. And you did, which I'm guessing you had a lot of jobs like that. Then it's nice because I'm generally happy about. Yeah, I mean, it's very nice, Daniel, isn't it? If you can do a job that you absolutely love and get paid really well for it, then you've got the best of both worlds, haven't you? I mean, for the most part, all the jobs I've had, I've really enjoyed them. And I love being in business. I love being my own boss. I love doing all the accounting side, figures, and all of that kind of thing. Because I've got quite a mathematical brain, so all of that stuff interests me as well. But yeah, it's I've enjoyed what I wouldn't change my life really. I mean, I would like a bit more money, but at the end of the day, I've always enjoyed what I've done. Quality over quantity. You could be absolutely spot on there, mate. Quality over quantity. Yeah. Right, okay. Let's give that a go. You made it in like, yeah, I mean, it's true. Yeah, I mean, sometimes you have to be realistic, and there are people getting up in the morning at 6:30, 7 o'clock and driving, like an hour and a half to work, doing a job they absolutely hate, and then driving an hour and a half home. So I never really had that. And, I do like being my own boss. I mean, when I left school, I mean, I did metal work at school. When I left school, I went straight into an engineering apprenticeship, and then kind of reasonably quickly realised I didn't really like that. So I joined what at the time was the post office, but it's now BT on the well, I was an apprentice, so I was basically climbing poles, climbing underground, doing all the doing telephone installations, and I was learning the job basically. Um, and another interesting fact is that anybody at that time who worked for the post office had to sign the Official Secrets Act, and I'm still bound by that even now. I never unsigned it. Well, you can't, can you? Because if you work for the post office, you work in telephone exchanges, and you're because we as part of the job we used to do maintenance in telephone exchanges, which would involve maybe we used to call it a pair. So a pair would be a telephone line, and sometimes you used to have to go in and do maintenance on that line. You've no idea who's on it. It could be the Prime Minister, it could be the Queen, it could be something to do with a spy network. You've literally no idea. I mean, I never did, but I'm sure there are people who did. And like I say, I'm still bound by the Official Secrets Act. But yeah, I did that until I specialised as a technical officer on the telex system, and then my brother-in-law had this bright idea that he wanted to set up for all the males in the family. He wanted to set up a business for us all to run, and he wanted that to be a scrapyard. So when I was 26, I left the post office, and then we got this business going, running a scrapyard. Didn't last very long because he didn't get the right planning permissions. But it gave me that kick up the backside to like, okay, after that, I thought I want to be my own boss. So after that, we bought a news agent out in Winsford in Cheshire, and we cracked on from there basically. Weirdly at the time. So I mean, this will give you an indication. I mean, we're going back many years now, but the turnover of that news agent was about £1,000 a week. That was working 7 days a week. The turnover was £1,000 a week, and the profit out of that was about £180, I think. It was about £180 for a week's work. That was for me and my wife, £180 profit. So, we got used to it over the years because after that we bought another shop, a different thing, but we got used to people coming in and, oh, your daughter's got a brand new pair of shoes. You must be making an absolute fortune. It's a little gold mine, this shop, and not really. No, shops don't work like that. You, as a shopkeeper, you work very hard, usually quite long hours, and it's okay. I enjoyed doing it. I loved it. I was a businessman. Maths, all of that came into, and but we never made. We were comfortable. Let's put it that way. But it goes back to the same thing, doesn't it? It's if you enjoy what you're doing and you're earning a half decent wage, then it's like okay, isn't it? Really, you can't complain. Money does make you evil without noticing. Yeah, yeah. It's also if you want to make a lot of money, you have to be evil. Um, I wouldn't say you have to be evil, but I do have a theory on that, and not mentioning any names, but I do think, having been in business myself and more or less always kept a straight line, and you know, towed the line. I mean, we had an off license, for instance, at one stage, and we kept it very strict. The smoking legal age, the drinking legal, we kept it very, very strict. The geezer who had the off license up the road, we knew for a fact he was serving 13, 14-year-olds. But of course, that's where, you make a little bit of illegal money. And I wouldn't say evil, but like I say, without mentioning any names, there are some very, very successful business people around who have had to have broken the rules to get where they are. And I think, having run businesses for years, I can see that, if you want to bend the rules, you'll make some extra money. Well, definitely. If you play it straight and narrow, then there's basically no rewards in that. But then there's, morals come into it, don't? So I'd rather have the morals and be sleep at night basically. But yeah, I get your point. I wouldn't call. I mean, there are some evil businessmen around, obviously, but I wouldn't actually say that you have to be evil in business to make a lot of money. I think you do if you bend the rules. Then I mean, can we just pause this here for a second? I'm waffling away here. 34 minutes on the clock. We've had 6 shots, 2 on target, an XG of 0.86. Durham have had no shots on target, an XG of 0.00, and they're winning 1-0. What were we discussing before? I mean, you can't even prosper in FM without money. Out of context, how do you feel about the Iran USA war? It's a difficult one, Daniel. It's very, very difficult, isn't it? Because, you know, clearly, I mean, at the moment, I had a conversation a few months ago with my son and daughter-in-law, and I made a statement about something in the Middle East, and she corrected me on it. So I thought, oh, right, okay then. So I made it a point then. I thought, right, I'm going to go away now and I'm going to research Palestine. I'm going to research Jewish people, Israel. I'm going to research Muslims, Islamism, Muhammad, Allah. I'm going to research all of that. I'm still nowhere near proficient on it. It's a minefield, but I'm doing my best to get more informed about that kind of stuff. And Iran back in 19 was it 79 77 was a democratic country more or less. They were doing okay. Everybody had freedom of speech ish. And same with Lebanon. Lebanon was the same. And then all of a sudden, this kind of cult takes over, and the next thing you know, they are telling lies. That they're lying to people about what they said they were going to do. Um, the way that women, I mean, I've got a daughter now and 3 granddaughters I've got now, and I hold women very, very, very high in society, and they don't. So it's difficult, really, because you don't know who you're going to offend. And at the end of the day, all I would say is it's a very difficult decision. But when you've got regimes in the world that are executing people, treating women like they're the dirt under the shoe, it's not great, is it really? But then is spending billions going in and bombing them, is that the right way? Um, Now in politics, hold my beer. I think it's definitely a lot of this when it comes to wars. I'm an Iranian. Oh, right. Okay, Daniel. Now, so that's interesting. That is very interesting. I'm an Iranian. I was dancing on the streets when the leader of Iran died. You don't know how many people they murdered this year. It was painful for us people who weren't even affected. So, I mean, obviously this is a football manager channel, Daniel, but that is very, very interesting because I've watched a lot of testimonies. So if you listen to the legacy media, the likes of the BBC and ITV, etc., and if you listen to all the lefties, they won't tell you stuff like you're saying. They will say that Trump is a murderous, this, that, and the other, and whatever. On a level, going in and bombing people is not the right thing to do, but Iran is a very big country. You can't land invade it. So, but you're not the first person. I must have watched 100 testimonies from Iranian people, genuine, nice, ordinary, everyday Iranian people who are saying exactly the same that you are. Um, it's all propaganda. Yeah, Yeah, you see, this is the problem, isn't it, really? So, like Six God there is saying it's all propaganda, propaganda, and Daniel's come straight back and saying, what is it? So you can see there that there are massive differences of opinion potentially. So, that these subjects are not really easy to talk about, are they? Right, let's get back to the football. Not doing well again. So we are going to be disappointed. Let's get into the second half. Right. Well, we've had 9 shots, 5 on target, and we're drawing 1-1. Not great. USA never had a conflict on their own territory. Header over the top. Yeah, it's a very difficult conversation to have. It's not easy. Right. So we are drawing against a team who are, it's 7th. Right, we've got an injury as well. Let's have a look. Right, let's bring on. Let's bring on Gunning Williams up top. Rouse can just sit in there. Right, okay. 2 changes there to try and get us up the pitch a bit more. Let's see if that works. Okay, bowling the ball out. We've got 2 strikers up now. Can we put the ball in the back of the net? Polly being one of them. Polly's there. It is 2-1 now. So we've come back from 2-1 down. Let's just back that off a little bit to positive. I'm really sorry to hear that, Daniel. I don't really think these are conversations to have on a Football Manager channel because they can be very divisive indeed. But I'm really sorry to hear that, Daniel. I've watched a couple of documentaries now, and it's heartbreaking, absolutely heartbreaking. So you have my sincere sympathies there, Daniel. Sincere sympathies. I'm really sorry to hear that. Right, okay, I'm after a little bit late there. Let's bring James Evans on, and Homer can come in for Endow. Mustaki, she's not played a lot of football, has she? Right, can we get a 2-1 out of this? Yeah, Daniel, you're let's put it this way, you're in good company here with me, because I have full sympathy for you, and yeah, it's a difficult thing to get into, isn't it, really? Just out of interest, Six God, what country are you from? Right, we can be delighted about that. So in the end, that turned out okay. Right, so we've got 3 points over Sunderland now, which is good. Right, let's give that a save. You're from Romania, right? Okay. Right, what time is it now? Oh, it's nearly past. Right, I think we will make this next game the last game of the evening. I think it's hashtag, isn't it? I think it's hashtag that we're playing. I think we will make it the last game of the evening. 12. Let's do a bit more. What's it? Training. Let's go 3 days. Right. Not really, Six God. No, not really. I mean, I guessed, but you never know, do you? Really, you. I mean, it's like in this country, just because you were born in London doesn't mean to say you're not going to be a Manchester United supporter. So, we. I get all kinds of fans in on the live stream, and a lot of the time it doesn't really matter where they're from. It's like which club they support. So yeah, you're welcome, Daniel. I don't think they're the type of conversation. Well, in fact, I know they're not the type of conversations really to have on a Football Manager channel. Um, but you'll have my full support. Like I say, I am still on the first two rungs of the ladder, trying to learn about all of the all of these things that are going on, and it's not an easy thing to learn about. Yeah, I know, Daniel, I know, but believe me, there are a lot of people like you who are coming out and speaking and talking about these things. Yeah, I know, Daniel. It's like things like this do get quite heated, don't they? But yeah, don't fret. I am. Tia Prim is injured again. I'm fully on board with you, mate. If there is anybody on the live stream who have just joined, we are playing the console version of Football Manager 2026, and I'm managing Portsmouth Ladies. If there is anybody in the stream who's not subscribed, it would greatly help my channel if you would help me and subscribe to the channel. Helps to push it out to other people, helps the channel to grow. Hit the notification bell, because I do have a standalone save that goes up Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and give the video a like as well. Okay, last game of the evening, this one, because I've got to be up early in the morning. So it's us and Palace at the top. We're playing the bottom of the league next, and they've got a minus 31 goal difference. So, in theory, we should bag a few goals here. Yeah, I mean, I mean, I don't really want to go into it too much, Daniel, but it's, we can all have opinions, can't we? But the opinion that you've got, it's not just your opinion, it's right. I've done, but believe me, I've done loads of research on this, and I am a very skeptical person on virtually everything. And you are right. It's not an opinion, you are right. And all good, uh, normal Iranian people are right. There's no arguing with that at all. You are absolutely spot on right. Right, let's get into this last game. Was that us? Jones loan finishes. Oh, Vera Jones. All right. Right. Okay. So we've not given her enough game time. Okay. Fair play. Fair play. Okay. Let's see if we can get into some kind of a flow here with these new tweaks that I've made. Right, let's give that a save. Let's get into this game. If we can win this and finish the stream on a high, then obviously that's a good thing, isn't it? Another 3 points. I think we have got Palace coming up pretty soon as well, so that's going to be an interesting game. Hiya, Bungle Bongle, mate. How are you doing? You've just come at the right time as well, as bottom of the league, hashtag United, go 1-0 up against second in the league, Portsmouth. Oh my God. Okay, Mia Owens got us back. It is looking very much like this defence of ours. He's very, very shaky, isn't it? We don't. The teams don't need to seem to need to do too much against us to score a goal, do they? Lovely ball there through for Mia Owen. Go on, Mia. Oh, come on. We need the second here. Is that a corner as well? I know, I know. I never seem to get the two things working right. I either have a great attack and a dodgy defense, or a great defense and a dodgy attack. I never get the two of them together. Course, if you want to reply to me, why did you ask where I'm from? I mean, just interested in like world politics. Are we giving a penalty away? World politics are very interesting, and obviously people's opinions from different parts of the world do differ an awful lot. So I was just wondering where you were from, that's all. Oh, Burns has saved it. Have I been up to much, Cameron? It's been a bit of a whirlwind. So last in fact, she's a week old now, thinking about it. Last Saturday, I had a new granddaughter born. Um but it all went a little bit pear-shaped because I didn't say anything on Monday, but she struggled a bit over the weekend. But anyway, she is home now, and she's doing a lot better. But yeah, I've got three granddaughters now. Oh, that's a nice tap in. So yeah, it's been a very busy week. If not, last weekend was very stressful. It was very upsetting last weekend, and brought a lot of things into perspective. But yeah, she's doing a lot better now, and I'm probably going to nip round and see her tomorrow. But yeah, I just realised that she's a week old now. Bloody hell, how time flies. The defence isn't shaky, it's quivering. And I made a good impression. Well, it's not for me to say, is it, Six God? It's a football manager channel. It's not for me to say whether people make good impressions or not. The only impression that's important on this channel is the impression that I give. I'm not really bothered about the opinion, the impressions that other people make. The only impression that is important is my impression. If I make a good impression on people and the channel builds, and people like what I'm doing, that's all I can do, isn't it, really? Right, come on, 2-1. Shall we drop a little bit cautious here, do we? Do we think? Are we out? No, 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 no. I don't really want to do that, to be honest. We're only 27 minutes in. It's vibrating violently. You should make a political debates channel. I would be on there every week. I can't lie. Glad she's doing okay. I've got two granddaughters. They're great, aren't they, Bungle Bong? They're absolutely great. I mean, my other two granddaughters are like 20 and 15, and I mean, they've danced, and their dancing made me a different person, because I used to be very quiet and shy, and it's a very long story, but I got very involved with the dance club, and I started doing the photography and videography, and it really brought me out of myself. I had to go and talk to people. I had to stick a camera in people's faces, and I'm doing the same with my grandsons now. Grandkids are just amazing. I'm kind of living my life now through my grandkids. It's just fantastic. Um, yeah, Daniel, make a political debate. I don't know about that, but I mean, obviously on a football manager channel, I have to be who I am, but I am very, very, very opinionated. Very opinionated. In fact, I in certain circumstances, I can get myself in trouble because I don't stand for any bullshit. And a lot of the things that are going on in this country at the moment are not great. But yeah, a political debate channel, not bad at all. Yeah, I would I would do that, but I think I would get myself in a lot of trouble. That one of the things I've learned as I've got older is when I was younger, I used to have soapboxes about so many bloody things: smoking, drinking, drugs. I used to have a massive soapbox about so many things. But as you get older, you start to realise that your opinion is just one opinion, and everybody else is entitled to theirs. Whether you agree with that is another matter, but they are entitled to an opinion. YouTube is going to censor your channel. Let's hope not. Should be talked about it in the fact that the UK has gone under and the whole of Europe is following. Well, that's a whole other debate, isn't it, Cameron? A whole other debate. But let's keep it to football, shall we? Because I could get myself in trouble. Right, we've had 15 shots, 6 on target. We are scoring goals now, which is better. So that's like you, because I always ask my parents to film my matches for Malaga. Yes, they do. Yeah, the girls obviously were dancers, so to be a dancer, oh, bloody hell, to be a dancer, you have to be a bit of a show off, don't you? So inherently they were kind of show offs and loved being filmed. But it's great, you see, because I've been videoing now for years and years and years. I mean, my daughter was only about 8 or 9 when I got my first video camera, and I've been doing this for years. So my back catalogue of family videos is immense. It's absolutely immense. I make a family video every year. I have been doing for years and years now, and of course, my grandsons are playing football now, so that's amazing. I get to see them score goals. One of them is a backup goalkeeper, so I get to video him making saves. The other one's a defender, and he is bloody amazing. Without him in the team, we would definitely concede a lot more goals. Oh, look! So yeah, I love doing it, and it's a great hobby. It's a great pastime. I love photographing and video, and it's just amazing. Right, clearly I've got a lot of work to do with this Portsmouth team. This team are rock bottom of the league, and I mean, how have they scored 2 goals against us? This is getting a little bit out of hand silly now. I understand that the game has got to be difficult and that, the coding, it makes it. I understand all of that, but this is getting a bit silly now. How are we not absolutely battering hashtag 6-0? What is going on here? Literally, what is going on? I mean, it doesn't make any sense, this, at all. It's bloody madness, this. We've had 18 shots, 9 on target, and we're 2-2. And it looks like that's going to be it now. I've played this game hundreds of times. We ain't winning this game now, are we? In fact, it's hashtag who got the ball. When I said before this is the last game of the evening, I thought, yeah, that's usually the kiss of death, but it's hashtag, so we'll win this easily. And we're not. Lovely ball over the top. Polly usually buries these, and the keeper's saved it. Wouldn't you know? I want pizza. Hashtag divided at the moment. Interesting. I feel like your grandson at centre back is either strong or big. Both. Quick, tall, strong. He's got legs like knitting needles, but my God, is he strong. This is called it. Yeah, exactly. Good old hashtag. Yeah, we're not winning this game, are we? We're dropping points here, so we'll. I don't know. Will we drop when Sunderland win their game? Will we drop with 3 points? No, we won't drop into third, will we? I'm making some more changes. I mean, this is just horrendous. This. I literally don't know. I don't understand it. I don't. That switch has been flicked, and I just don't seem to be able to get them out of this now. Starkey. Did they not take her back off the loan? Thought they were taking her back. Let's bring Hobson on. Right, let's move Rouse up into midfield, and let's just make 1 or 2 changes. She can be an attacking midfielder. We'll make her the playmaker. Let's do that. Maybe the team is tired. I mean, there is always that, isn't there? Got drop. One's dropping points and one's facing the drop. Yeah, I mean, you know, I mean, I'm getting FM down. There's no doubt about it. Although that's a nice goal from Polly. That's a very nice finish. Is that going to stand, or is that going to be called offside? Right, I think now's the time to go cautious. Defensively being so poor tonight, strange after the start he had. I had no answer for it, Stevie. I just don't know. But this is going to be a first, this is going to be a first. Because I keep saying we never win games in the dying minutes. And it looks like we might have been given a goal here that wins the game. We have. Now, that's a first for me. That very, very rarely happens. But you have to say, Hashtag have scored 2 goals against us. Their goal difference is absolutely shocking. I'm just going to go pleased. I'm losing patience, if I'm honest now. Losing patience. Okay, so Palace won their game. Sunderland won their game. Let me just give that a save. I just want to have a look at that hashtag. That's cool. Yeah, she's a very good player, Polly. I subscribe. Look forward to seeing FM related videos. Yeah, there's plenty of them at Six God. There's plenty of them. If you've not watched the Lulitano save, that's very interesting. A team they were in the 4th division in Portugal, but I made the bit of a quirky, fun rule that I couldn't play with Brazilians. We are in the Premier League now, but it's been a tough save, that one. Very, very tough. Right, let me just have a look at hashtag. I'm quite interested here to see what's going on. Okay, so they've lost virtually every game this season. They beat Ipswich, that's about all. So they've got to beat 2-0, 3-0, 3-0, 4-2, 2-0, 3-0, 1-0, 3-0, 2-1, 2-0, 3-1, 2-0, 2-1, 3-0, 2-0. And then weirdly, for the first time this season, they score 2 goals against the team who are second in the league. Oh my God, this game drives me absolutely potty. How? Literally how? Yeah. Fuming. Okay, next game is against Ipswich, who are 8th. Okay, not doing too bad, Ipswich. I mean, we have picked it up a little bit since I tweaked it. We won 4-0, 2-1 and 3-2. The defence, though, is not great, is it? Defensively, we're not great at all. There's only 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, so we'll finish the season in the next episode. It's going to be very, very interesting. And sometimes you have to laugh in the game. You have to laugh because if you didn't, you'd cry buckets. Look who we've got last game of the season. Crystal Palace. I'm saying nothing. Right, okay. Next game is 26. So we will do some rest time. Let's have a look. Training will give them 3 days rest. And I think that might do it. How have we just conceded 2 goals? The board are delighted with the club vision. Player of the week, Mia Owen. I really could do with getting her back off Everton. That was a very, very bad sale, that. Couldn't do anything about it. She had a buyout, so couldn't do anything about it. Okay, let's give it one more save and then we'll call it a day. Okay, so hopefully I'll be back on Monday night. I don't think we're going to have any more hot weather now, so should be okay for Monday. 7:30. Get 2 or 3 in next week and see whether we can get this Portsmouth team motoring to some extent and see if we can get them in WSL1. But then, is there any point? Because we're struggling so badly. Defence is not great at all. We're going to get absolutely annihilated in WSL1. Conceded 17 goals in 7 games tonight, although 5 were against City. 17 goals in 7 games, yeah. I got mad when City knocked me out of the UCL. But believe it or not, I died in the wool Manchester City fan. I had a season ticket for years, so Manchester City are my team. I watch every single game. When I'm playing Football Manager, though, I absolutely bloody hate Haaland. He's a pain in the arse, Haaland, when you play him. Because I'd never managed Manchester City. I always play against them, and it's absolutely infuriating. I had better XG. Right, okay. Thanks to everybody who's come in. If there is anybody left who's not subscribed, subscribe to my channel really helps it to grow, and it is growing very slowly. I was hoping for 2,000 subscribers by the time FM27 comes out. I don't know whether that's possible now, but you never know. It might just take off a little bit. But tonight has been very, very hit and miss. We are still second in the league, though. At the moment, we're in that playoff position. I don't know. In fact, let's have a look before we leave. Let's have a look. Who's in the playoff position? Europe, England, women's. So at the moment, it's as you were from last season. So Newcastle are in that playoff position again. Last season, they played Bristol City in that playoff and beat them on penalties. So if we stay in that second position, it looks very much like we'll be playing Newcastle again. Although I've got 2 games in hand on Birmingham. Depends what they do in those, obviously. To be honest, I'd rather play Birmingham than Newcastle. Okay. Yep, thanks very much for coming in, Six God. Thanks very much. We have a great now. I know they couldn't do it. Do I have to buy FM27 or they got to be updated? So what are you saying there? You have also, one last question. Do I have to buy FM27 or does it got to be updated? I, I'm not quite sure what you're asking there, Daniel, but yeah, I mean, obviously, you've got, but I wouldn't buy it straight away. Don't buy FM27 straight away when it comes out, just in case it's a car crash again, because I don't think it will be, but you never know. So yeah, I wouldn't buy it straight away. Don't keep your money in your pocket until you've watched some of my live streams, or you've watched some other content creators. See what the game's like. I mean, I will always give you an honest opinion. So if you keep in touch with me, then I'll give you an honest opinion on what I think about FM27. But you'll be able to make your own mind up, because I'll be I'm hoping to play it on the day that it comes out. I'll be having a live stream on the day that it comes out, hopefully, and you'll be able to see for yourself what it's like. Thank you, Stevie. Thanks very much. Same to you. You have FM26, but do I have to buy FM20? Yes, you do. Yes. Yeah, it's not an add-on or an update or anything. No, I see what you mean now. Yeah, you do have to. Yeah. No, 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 no. You don't update FM26. Yeah, FM27 is a brand new standalone game, and you have to buy it. So yeah, when it comes out in November. I mean, we will get trickles of news now about it. So it's stand by your beds, isn't it, really? Okay, so thanks very much, Bungle Bongle. Thanks very much for coming in, mate. Great username, by the way. Love the username. September. No, November comes out. Did I say September? It is November when it comes out. Yeah, I know, Daniel. Sorry about that. But yeah, you do. It's a brand new standalone game. Another 60 down the drain. Well, like I say, Daniel, don't buy the game straight away. Watch some content creators, see what the game's like. If it gets positive reviews, then you can decide whether you want to spend your 60 quid or not. I mean, you don't have to do. Carry on playing FM26 if you like it and it plays okay. Carry on playing FM26, and because there will be a point when FM27 gets to, it will be a lot cheaper. If you're buying it on the disc, you can get it from CEX, and you'll be able to get it for a lot cheaper on there. Or if it's the console version, then PlayStation Plus usually bring it on at some stage as part of PlayStation Plus. So you may well not have to pay for it if you leave it a while. Okay, well, like I say, thanks to everybody who's come in. Thanks to everybody who's contributed tonight and commented. And hopefully yeah, thanks very much, Daniel. Illuminate channel though. Yeah, I think I would get my YouTube channel would get banned, Daniel, if I had a political debate channel, because like I say, some of my views don't go down very well with let's say that the lefties and all of that. I'm a very practical, straight down the middle person. So yeah, I don't think it would do very well. And I'm definitely on your side, so I think you can see which way I lean. Right, okay, I'm going to end the stream there, and 7:30 Monday evening we should be back and do it all again. There's only 5 games of the season left though, so we'll play those and then maybe have a bit of a chat. Maybe have a little look at the transfer market, see what players we need. Depends what league we're going to be in, doesn't it, really? Right, thanks very much, and that's it for tonight.